web security has been in the Winsipedia here, not just right with this comment, but in recent days here, Steve. So let's see what we got here. Ohio State's all-time record, first all-time wins, tied for second all-time national championships, which we can dispute all day, sixth.
Six is the right number.
Fourth all-time bowl games, fifth winning percentage in bowl games, 48th. Yes, there have been some downers in past decades. Heisman Trophy winners, of course. There's a big tie for seven at seven. NFL draft selections third, and the first round selections are number one. Correct, Steve?
Yes. They caught up to USC and passed them here about a year or two ago. They're in the high 90s right now in terms of all-time first-round draft picks. I always have to look it up every year. And they had two guys, obviously, that were taken in the first round this past year with the wide receivers. So, and they'll have at least two more taken next year when you think about C.J. Stroud, Jackson Smith-Njigba, and maybe even a third with Paris Johnson, who could be top 20 offensive linemen. So, they're not giving up that mantle anytime soon on the first-round draft picks. And really, Mark, the last – really from about 94 on with John Cooper, Jim Tressel, Urban Meyer, and now Ryan Day, these last four head coaches, and Luke Fickell the 1 year. This has been the era where all of those numbers have really perked up. I mean, they were probably 5 to 10 spots back on all of those indicators prior to the last almost 30 years. So, well, no, what would that be? Yeah, almost 30 years. So back to 92, 94, that range. So when Coop really got it rolling. So they've made up a ton of ground in all those important categories. And really, I mean, they were a top 5-10 football program prior to that, based on what Woody had done and Paul Brown, 40s, 50s, and 60s, and even a little bit into the 70s. But it really has shot up, and now they are at or near the top of every metric that you want to measure for a college football program based on the last 25 years, 30 years, and there's no relenting in sight. I mean, when you're talking about a team that's picked number 2 in the preseason and behind Alabama and has really good odds to make the playoff and, win the Big Ten almost. I'm doing a media poll of all 14 of our Big Ten sites, and they all picked Ohio State to win the East. They all picked Ohio State to beat whoever comes out of the West to win the Big Ten. It would be the 5th Big Ten in 6 years for the Buckeyes. And so, there's no the light's not at the end of the tunnel for anybody else in the Big Ten right now. It's Ohio State, the big one, and the other 13 right now, it seems like, last year, of course, notwithstanding.